Well, here we are.
Back again.
And we're back.
We haven't even moved.
We have not moved.
Actually, we haven't even moved here yet either. So that's my move.
It's your move. I moved the queen.
So the knight just goes here, right?
Is that the knight?
Is that good? That's the knight or horse.
Knight, horse. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually got roasted today for calling that a horse.
Is it not?
No, it's
horse?
a fucking knight.
I thought that's bishop.
That's a bishop.
Fuck's that?
Let's go through the pieces real quick. So what do we got here, Danny?
A fucking pawn.
Pawn.
Castle.
It's a rook.
It's a rook. Okay,
It's a
that's
rook.
the
It's a
rook.
rook.
I was actually going to say.
Yeah. So we got this.
Horse.
Horse. Knight. Knight.
Bishop.
Bishop.
King.
Kings.
Queen. Oh, but not that yet.
Yep. What do we got?
Fucking queen.
Queen. Do we go pawn already?
Pawn star.
Pawn star.
Yeah, never stars. Yeah.
We did well. We did well.
Did you make a move?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Move your fucking...
Anyway,
Right.
we're going to talk about the other side of the table or the other side of the bed. We're going to talk about the cool side of the pillow. Growth mindset and Victor mindset.
Victor mindset. And
Victor?
this is where we're... Victor.
Victor mindset.
Victorious. This is where we're going to play above the line.
Absolutely.
Above it. And I like, and this is where just a reminder on playing above and below the line. The bed, blame excuse to know, is where we're playing below the line when we're in the oar. So think about like an oar for a rower. Rowing, you're rowing forward to victory or to
I have so many
goal
different drinks
success.
going on right now.
Bro, you're triple parked.
Holy
hard.
fuck.
We all are. Welcome. Also, lit. Highly recommend. So we're here to play above the line, and like I intently play, like say the word play, because you can almost kind of think of it as like a game in a way.
Life
like,
is a game.
Life's a game.
We're all in a simulation. Elon Musk is not real. We're going down that. Can we go Joe Rogan on this fucking thing?
You haven't done DMT, bro.
Get that video of the bear up.
So
Anyway.
we're here to play above the line, which is ownership, accountability, responsibility. So this is
Absolutely.
known as the victor's mindset. Now, like I spoke about previous episode, we are we're presented with a fork in the road. We have a choice. It is our choice, our power to choose which way do we want to go. Do we want to play below the line? Do you want to play above the line? And if we're choosing to play above the line, good choice. You're going to go for ownership, accountability, responsibility. So first off, ownership.
Own that shit.
Own your decisions. Own your mistakes. Own your goals. You know, remember at the end of the day, like we have to come back to we are human. We are never going to seek perfect because perfect doesn't exist, but we're going to find the best outcome for us and also embrace learning, which is something
Absolutely.
that was on the flip side of that coin, which we'll touch base on a little bit later, but ownership. Own
Your shit.
Own your fucking shit.
Ownership. Own your shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Love
I
that.
think ownership is probably the number one.
It
most
is,
important thing because that is the biggest thing that's going to throw you out of that fixed mindset or out of that victim mindset when you're like, okay, cool. Maybe Susie bringing that cake to work when I forgot my food, maybe that wasn't the best thing for my results. Maybe Susie, if she didn't do that, I could have done well that day.
Boom.
But also, I could have done something differently. I own that shit. It was still me that fucking shoveled it into my mouth.
Exactly.
It was still me that didn't go for the walk after work because it was raining.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I could have changed. I could have taken an umbrella.
Yes.
I could have made a plan B. I could have gone on the treadmill. I could have done whatever. Owning your shit and taking responsibility for, well, we'll get to responsibility in a second. Responsibility for following through with what you say you're going to do, like we were talking about a couple episodes ago, is number one. Actually owning what's going on for you, owning what you've done wrong, and owning what you're about to do right, or owning what your wins and losses are, and then being able to be open, like Danny said, be open to learning, being open to new possibilities.
Absolutely.
All that sort of shit is key, otherwise you'll get fucking nowhere. You'll be under the bed forever.
Under the bed
Or in the
forever.
bed, under the line.
Yeah. If you want to choose to stay in bed, so be it. It is a choice at the end of the day. And that's the thing we're recognizing. It is purely comes down to our control of where choice. You know. Now, we're looking at the next one. Ownership is such a good one. Now we're talking about was it accountability?
Accountability.
Being accountable. And you know what? Coaches are there. That's what we're here for. That's our job. That's literally our life.
the
Our
number one.
life is that we're here to keep people accountable for them to succeed in their goals. Now, when you're keeping accountable to your own goals, if you're doing this journey on your own, accountability is so important. Recognize what are, the steps needed to keep yourself in line. Recognize that you are keeping yourself accountable to your mistakes as well. The times where, you may have slipped up, so you can be able to introduce at least a learning response, be able to say, okay, well now what can I take away from this to ensure that I can keep doing this essentially forever, with your goals. Accountability is so important. So something that a lot of people lack in general, for when it comes to goal success is just being accountable to themselves. Anything you want to elaborate on that? It's a pretty self-explanatory one, but
It is.
Yeah.
Like Danny was saying, having accountability to your goals via a coach, via an accountability buddy or a friend or whatever that you're like, okay, cool, we're going to go for a run every weekend, or we're going to go for a walk every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, whatever your thing is. Being accountable to somebody else is massively beneficial because it's hard to show up for yourself sometimes. It fucking is, particularly with things that you do not want to do,
100%.
But being accountable to yourself and what you say you're going to do is crucial. Otherwise, you will fall back and your belief systems will start chipping away at itself, and you will start believing, I don't follow through with what I say I'm going to do, which is what we're talking about the other day. If you haven't watched that, go watch the belief systems thing.
Watch
it is massive.
It's paramount. Is that the
It
word?
is paramount plus, I would say.
Plus.
It is paramount plus.
Fucking subscribe.
Don't subscribe. There's no good movies on there, man.
Is it?
Not really.
Oh,
I went to go have a look and there was not worth the sub. Not worth the $10 or whatever the fuck it is. Nah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah,
So,
you go.
Oh, no, I was just saying, exactly building off what you were saying is so good because, when you have that accountability and you follow through it, it's such a crucial part. It's like, yeah, you can easily say, I'm going to do this. But if you're not following through it, that beliefs, your beliefs, that subconscious mind we were mentioning a few episodes ago is that it will start to, become less reliant on yourself naturally anyway. So when you're accountable to yourself, you got to follow through with the promises that you're going to keep. Do that 100 times. Do that 200 times. Do that every single time, even if
300 times.
400 times.
Do it 1,000 times a day. Is that too much? Not
Is
really.
that unrealistic? Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. You want to make it easy for yourself as well. When we're talking about accountability, make it easy for yourself to be accountable. So and actually to follow through with your goals. So instead of just having okay, cool, I'm going to walk every afternoon this week after work, have a plan B. Okay, cool. I know that if I miss my walk overnight, I can go first thing in the morning. That's my plan B.
Yep.
And then a plan C. If you have a plan A, B, and C and you still don't follow through, you probably need to reevaluate what your goals are, because you're just going to start chipping away at your self-confidence.
Yeah.
So make sure it's easy. Otherwise, you're not going to fucking do it.
For sure. Something that I do with my clients is what's known, I love this analogy. It's called the low-hanging fruit analogy. Something you can use as well. So the low-hanging fruit, what is it? So based on form, it kind of implies around accountability and plan B as well, is that think of it as the most optimal outcome. It's it may look like, yep, I'm going to train 4 times a week. I'm going to prepare my food on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to make sure I'm getting my protein in each meal. I'm going to eat 5 meals a day. Okay, something like that. Something typical, pretty common for a lot of gym goers. And when shit hits the fan, and don't deny that it does happen, it does happen.
Shit hits the fan very often.
Spanner gets thrown in the works, and you have to figure out, okay, think about that's optimal. That's the optimal outcome. That is the best, juiciest fruit up the top of the tree. If that fails, what's the alternative? What's the compromise? Then we find what's the low-hanging fruit. So the low-hanging fruit is the next best thing behind it. And this is what I like to call personally is called suboptimal. It's not shit. It's not good or bad. It's finding here's optimal, here's suboptimal. It's finding your plan B. It's finding that low-hanging fruit. It's finding the next best thing when you get thrown in the work. So if you can't prep your, on the Sunday, can you find a easy, convenient, resource, or something like that? Can you get ready-made meals? If you can't go for a walk outside because it's raining, can you go into the gym? It's suboptimal. It's probably not the best outcome, but it is something moving you forward to the goals that you want. And like we always like personally, like I mentioned with my clients, it's not a forever thing. Something that, you know, when you're looking at the suboptimal, it's like, oh, that's just something I have to deal with now. But no, it's just a mental assurance that you have a plan B, you have a second outlet, second direction, rather than just always have to achieve, you know, the best case scenario always. If you feel like you're like a bit like a perfectionist, for people that need to seek perfect, this is a great analogy that you can follow through yourself on. Find the low-hanging fruit, find suboptimal, because a lot of the time it's not going to be perfect. Some weeks, yeah, fucking oath. Sometimes probably not so much. So dip down, find the low-hanging fruit, find what's best for you, your plan B.
Once you do that enough, it becomes your habit.
Yeah.
It becomes what you do. You go and set a goal. Okay, cool. If I don't do this, what am I going to do?
Exactly.
Cool. That's base case scenario. So even what we're talking about, and say, I think it was a goal setting one. I don't know. One of the other episodes anyway. Just raising your baseline so that when let's say you do fall off and you don't achieve that number one goal, at least your baseline's not down to nothing again. So like we're just saying, like make sure you do have another option in case shit does hit the fucking fan.
Compromise is everything for a lot of things really, but definitely including when it comes to your health and fitness goals, is that having another option, finding another angle to work with your goals. Like we said, it may not be perfect, it might not be the best outcome, but consistency is everything, right? We do preach it so much. If you find the angle where you can let's keep the ball rolling, just keep playing above the line. I can't tell you when you're going to achieve it, but I know for a fact that you will, is because you're always finding a way to keep moving forward.
Literally, it's all about just having that ball moving in the right direction rather than just fucking stopping when it doesn't go to plan.
Well,
what's the R?
The R, responsibility.
Responsibility. What does that mean? So you're very slow on the whiskey and the chess.
Because you fucking
It's probably your worst game of chess yet. You fucking moved 3
You
pawns.
poured
Wait,
like literally.
no, actually it's my move, isn't it? I didn't see you move your queen.
No, I moved my queen before.
Oh, I haven't moved yet.
No, that was before you moved that.
I've only moved 3 pieces.
I moved, I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Responsibility. Responsibility is pretty self-explanatory. It's just, how can we say it? Being responsible. I know when you're looking to define something, don't say the word, but it's quite literally just be responsible with your own actions and your own goals. Is that I actually can't really think about how to say responsible without saying it itself.
It is pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty self-explanatory. Just be smart. Just be smart with your own decision making. If you're gonna blow out, don't think of avoid thinking of playing below the line. It's like I'm gonna blow out and I'm like, oh no, I blew out. Fucking went on a massive bender this weekend and then we had takeaway and I'm like, oh no, my goals. Why not succeed in my goals? No, be responsible with what you do. If you're gonna do those things, if you're gonna go for something like a scenario like that, have an outcome, have some sort of plan B or some sort of compromise to help manage that. Being responsible with your goals, being responsible with your habits, with your decision making. I think it's a big one too, is that now that you're incorporating goals into your lifestyle, not the other way around, something important to remember. A lot of times the people that think they have to put their whole life into their goals, and when in reality it's probably the other way around. You got to make sure that you have to be more mindful of your decision-making skills, because now you're incorporating a new thing into your life. It's good to get the best of both worlds, but it's easy to fall short and think it's like a scapegoat. It's like, no, I'm living a balanced lifestyle, but for what? You're not even achieving your goal? Well, fuck's the point,
Massively.
Be responsible with your decisions, absolutely.
I think responsibility will also come back to, yes, be responsible with your decisions, but also be responsible when shit goes wrong and how you handle that. So a lot of people will do one or two things. They'll either, again, they set the goal for the week or they set the goal for the month or whatever they're setting the goal for. Shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
It will always do this. Shit literally lives on the fucking fan.
Yeah.
There's shit all over my walls from the amount of shit that has hit the fan over the years.
Smeared.
This week, so much shit on the walls. Anyway, it is smeared. It's about how do you handle that. So a lot of people will either be like, fuck, shit the fan, I can't do this. I knew, you know, I knew X, Y, Z. I knew it was just because of the way I am. I knew it was just because of fucking who I'm around. I knew it was external factor. Or they'll be like, okay, shit has hit the fan. Let's just try again. Shit's hit the fan. Let's try again. I feel like responsibility could be shit has hit the fan. Let's unpack it a little bit. Why did it hit the fan? What could I do differently next time, knowing that that's probably going to happen again? Unpack it so you can learn from it and then adjust for next time that it comes up. So then you're prepared. You take my fucking piece.
I took your piece.
That's the first piece that's been taken in weeks.
And yeah, I'm here.
That's annoying. That's very annoying. Anyway, take responsibility for what goes wrong. Oh, you saw it, you motherfucker.
Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, take responsibility for when shit goes wrong. Maybe it wasn't your fault. Maybe it was somebody else's fault. That's fine. But how are you going to get around that next time it happens? Because it will 100% more than likely happen again. Maybe 80%.
Exactly.
Depending on what happened.
It will, yeah, like you're right. It will most likely happen again. Same goes. I know we say it so many times. I definitely say it all the time. We are fucking human. It is gonna happen. You know, like it ain't gonna be perfect. But think of it like as when you're playing above this line is that when you're owning your, you know, ownership, accountability, responsibility, you're using that or to success. You fucking dick.
What's wrong?
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Something like that.
You also will realize.
See ya, fucking horse.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you realize that failure actually doesn't exist, and that's a lot of things that, you know, a lot of the time people are very afraid of is failing, which is actually quite imperative for, you know, a goal journey. Is that because, like we said, it's not perfect. It's never gonna be linear like this. It's probably gonna be like this. And when we dip down and, you know, a spanner gets thrown in the works, shit hits the fan, spear on the walls, bro.
Yuck.
Yuck, dude.
Why is this a thing?
Should not have said that.
Anyway, let's move right along.
I can't move there. Fuck.
You can move there. You can definitely move there.
I don't want to move there. No, because I'm going to lose it. You'll realize that failure is actually never going to be a thing in your life. And that fear of failure is going to start dissipating because now you're going to adopt this learning mindset when something happens and you're like, oh, well, shit happens. I couldn't find the optimal. I find the suboptimal. You learn from that so you can be able to, you know, catapult yourself back at that.
We're playing footsies down here.
No pants. All dogs.
Have you ever linked toes with somebody like this?
Dude.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I have actually.
Oh, really?
I hate that.
That's fucking weird.
You definitely done that too.
I do it to myself.
Nice.
I do.
How's the mobility?
I don't know.
So you realize, back on topic. So you realize that that fear of failure starts to dissipate because you're always learning. You're always finding how can you improve from this for next time. And this delves into growth mindset.
Growth mindset. One more thing on that before we delve into growth mindset.
Go.
It's about how you perceive success or how you perceive goal achievement. What is a good result for you? So if a good result for you is purely, I want to lose 20 kilos, then as soon as that, let's say you're down 15 kilos, as soon as that dips down to 14, as soon as you put a kilo back on, which will inevitably happen, you failed. It's game over. You're like, fuck, everything's fucked. Whereas if you're like adopting this growth mindset, adopting this above the bed, I keep saying above the bed, above the line.
But it is kind of above.
But like you're above the bed. You're standing on the bed instead of being in the bed. If you're standing on the bed, then instead of being like, okay, cool, I failed, it's like, okay, cool, that was a hiccup. What went wrong? How do I get around it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yes, growth mindset. So clearly the opposite of fixed mindset. So fixed mindset being like, it's too hard. Everything is the way it is. I'm just born the way I am. This is how I'll always be. Blah, blah, blah. We went through that last video, which you definitely watched. Growth mindset is, okay, I know it's going to be hard, but how can I make sure that I achieve this anyway? It's not just delusional, oh, I can do anything, I can achieve whatever I want, I can achieve my wildest dreams as long as I believe and manifest it. It's, okay, cool, no, this is going to be fucking shit. How do I actually get around this? How can I make sure that I can, dodge, weave, be versatile, be resilient, and get through all the obstacles that I'm about to come across? Because I know that if I keep going and keep consistent, I will achieve the thing. Very different to that delusional, everything's great, nothing ever happens to me, all that bullshit which you see on Instagram every fucking day. Mind you, piss me off.
It comes back down to just action. You know what I mean? It just comes down to like our
Action man.
Action and
You literally just said action man.
action.
Like the
Action,
figurine?
man. Dude.
No, you didn't actually. Action man.
Come to action, man.
It
Anyway,
comes down to action, man.
comes down to action, comes down to control, comes down to perspective. The things that we can definitely control. Like, I know I just said that, but like that is in our power to be able to change. So I get what. So at the end of the day, what we're looking to, or even like how one thing we didn't actually really speak about much is how to navigate it in your speech, in your how you approach a speed hump or a spanner that's thrown in the works. Saying what's and how's are very effective. They are what's known as neutral-based questions. When you say things like, yeah, I can't, you've already defeated yourself. There is no, like the end's right there. So you say, I can't, it's over. I know I said that before in belief systems. Go watch it, by the way. But when you go into things like what's and how's, it leaves that open-ended question of possibility now. Starting to figure out, what do I need to do to change? How can I do it? So you start to look at possibilities now. Start to look at different angles. So if I couldn't go to the gym on Thursday and Friday, I've got to go stay back at work. Okay, what's my possibility with that? What do I need to do? Maybe I need to go, okay, what do I need to change? I could probably go to the gym Saturday morning. Yes, I'm going to have to wake up early. That sucks, whatever. Deal with it. Go. And on Sunday afternoon, awesome. Bang. You've achieved it. You found your plan B. You've delved into the what's and how's, and you're still succeeding in your goal, which in turn makes you become more reliable subconsciously. Another callback to belief systems. You're becoming more reliable, and also improves things like self-worth, confidence, and the ability to get shit done because you're always finding the appropriate, plan B or appropriate angle to just keep succeeding in your goal. Fuck. Anyway.
That was good.
Was that good?
That was damn good.
Damn.
Like you said,
I'm really warm, eh?
That was good.
Thanks, man.
Finish the whiskey. Exactly like you said. It all really does relate back to both goal setting, how you're actually setting those goals in the first place, how you are future projecting that next week, month, that time frame that you're setting the goal for, and also your mindset around it or your belief systems around how you're going to achieve it. So if you're setting a goal for the next week, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days, I'm going to go for a walk on the other days, I'm going to prep my food on Wednesday, project, how does that week actually look? Oh, fuck, it's actually a crazy week at work. Like, we got so much on. I've got meetings every day. I've got XYZ project to deliver. It's going to be gnarly. Okay, instead of being like, fuck, actually, maybe I can't do that. Be like, okay, if I had to do that, how could I do it? If I had to, how could I? If I had to, what would I have to do to still achieve that goal? And then once you unpack that like that, think, okay, cool. Is that realistic? If it's not realistic, then adjust. Don't just go straight from, that's really fucking hard, I'm not doing that. Just be like, okay, cool. Yes, it's going to be hard. What and how can I still make that happen? Do I want to do that? Yes or no? If no, cool, fuck you then, whatever. You don't get the result. But if yes, cool. How do I make sure that's realistic? How do I book that into my week to make sure that still happens? Then from there, make a plan A. This is the ideal. Yeah. Then make a plan B. If I can't do this, then I make sure I at least do this so I can still move that needle, still keep moving forward. Even on the hard days, because anybody can do it when it's fucking easy.
Anyone can do it when it's easy. Everyone would be doing it.
Everyone would be shredded. Everyone would be shredded.
Everyone would be super fucking content. And we don't have to face this bullshit.
Yes. People that achieve and maintain awesome results and a great lifestyle are the people that can do it on the bad days. The people that can do it when they're not motivated. So you need to be able to set the goal. You need a compelling why. You need to work on your belief systems, and you need to make sure you have a growth victor mindset. You need to be on top of the bed.
I'm going to flip this table right now.
Let's go. Move your fucking rook.
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying. Okay.
Kings. All right, another whiskey.
That is. Oh, we're going. We're still up. Is there anything else we'd like to talk about? By the way,
Huh?
we've pretty much summarized. I believe.
I wouldn't mind talking about my week. It was a good week.
So that is the recent. Stay on topic.
What a
Dude,
dick.
We're getting pissed.
We never catch up.
I know.
We never catch up.
Like,
This is the only time we get to hang out, and it's talking to you.
We work all the time.
Not saying, we love talking to you, but also, I like talking to Danny.
I like talking to you too, man. I like talking to you too. When it happens.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. Okay, cool.
This is the
Bye.
Split Shift Pod. All versus the bed.
Episode 8.
It's not episode 8. Episode 8.
Episode 3.
The episode
What are we up to?
something. This is episode 6.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
7. Anyway, you play the game. Do you want to say above the line? Do you want to say below the line? You choose.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Oh,
See ya.
so good.